STS, here again, back in the summer house. Shout out to all the deprogrammers and shout out to Jessica as well. New subscriber / new deprogrammer, big up to her. And yeah, what we're going to be on about today. Actually before that, I feel so good, real good, you know? Consistency is the key to victory. Remember that, keep that in your head, real talk, yeah? And we're going to be on about eating to live. And this really resonates with me, you know, because when I first got introduced to, you know, I'm going to say Dr. Sebi, because I'll say his name until I take my last breath. It's that real, you know? Because even though Goggins, out of the master teachers, had the biggest impact on me, Dr. Sebi had the biggest influence on me, because he gave me a platform to be the man that I am today. And it's real, because you are what you eat. And I remember this, look, let's check this out, yeah? I remember this, Dr. Sebi mentioning one guy coming up to him after one of his famous lectures and saying to him, what I got from this lecture is, if you don't watch the things you eat, the things you eat can eventually eat you. And that's powerful. That really stuck with me. And this was at a time where I still wasn't ready to change, because remember, when you've got a certain amount of programming, this is why, partly why I'm named STS Deprogrammed, it was hard for me to change. But I always knew deep within inside that I will get there, because I overcome smoking. Before this happened to me, I haven't even discussed this, before this happened to me, I was smoking for probably around 9-10 years. And before this happened to me, I overcome smoking 6 months before this happened to me. So that was the start of me deprogramming myself from the old programming that wasn't serving me. But yeah, back to eating to live. Yeah, when I really studied Dr. Sebi and other people as well, not just him, but him mainly, it really awakened me. And let me tell you, like, your food is vital. Your food is so vital to your chemistry and the way you are mentally, never mind physically. So yeah, just really like, you know what, I gotta say this, if you're actually trying right now, you're doing better than you think you are doing, trust me, because a lot of people, they don't even care about eating healthy. And for me, it's so different. I'll give it to you like this, yeah, because this is one thing I really got in common with Dr. Sebi. He went through a serious health condition. He even said he was dealing with paranoia. He was in a psyche ward. It was absolutely crazy, like he said, you know, crazy because of the acidic food that he was eating, and it really nearly destroyed him. And I'll tell you a little story about him, if for the people that haven't really tapped into him. Luckily for him, well, not luckily, it was destined for him to meet this Mexican healer who was, I think, around 94 years old. He had 2 wives. And he met this Mexican healer. He went all the way around the world and no one could heal him. So he met this Mexican healer who just had a farm with 1 goat, just going rah, rah, rah. And he said, the Mexican healer said to him, "Is that goat bothering you?" And Dr. Sebi was like, "No." And yeah, the Mexican healer said to him, "I'm going to put you on a fast." And he said, "How long?" 90 days. Yes, 90 days. And Sebi thought, oh my God, how am I going to deal with this? And the Mexican healer said to him, the way you're going to survive this fast is through living on your oxygen. Your oxygen is what's going to save you. And you know, I always mention this. Oxygen is the main fuel for the body, not food, and especially acid food. And that really, I really mean this as well, because I lived this, you know? And the reason why I'm really passionate about this, because I know acid food had a main contribute to me nearly dying. It's that real. Sometimes you have to get really real with people to actually make something resonate with them, you know, because a lot of people, they like to play it. You see me, you see when I'm bubbly and all of that, that's me being real, because that's how I feel at the time. And you see me when I get serious, that's me being real as well, because that's how I feel at the time. So when I talk about certain subjects, I have to transition my frequency. You see, all the time I constantly change my frequency. You know why? Because I already said before, consciousness always changes, and you got to change with it and be real about where you're at. And this is how I deal with life. So yeah, I'm telling you right now, for the people out there that are tapped into this video, work on changing your diet. If you change your diet, you will change your life. I'm not joking. The body is naturally alkaline, should be 7.4 pH plus, and a lot of people they're walking around with around 4 or 5 pH acidic, and that means you're more susceptible to diseases, you're more susceptible to mental illness, you're more susceptible to cancer. It's not a joke, you know. Like, trust me, I really live this. So when I even see people that are close to me eating certain things, it doesn't make me feel good. But you know why I'm still good? Because I'm an alchemist. That's why I always feel so good, real good. Trust me. So when I see people doing the wrong thing, it doesn't affect me. You know why? Because I know it's only affecting them, because I'm an alchemist. I don't allow what I see as negative to have a negative effect on me. No, I don't give my power away like that. I devour within that power, and that's internal. And I hope you're doing the same thing. And trust me, I'm telling you, I changed my diet last year, June, and since then it's been absolutely remarkable how my mental has changed. Because even before then I was working on myself, but the change in my chemistry, biochemistry, people need to do research on that. I need to really learn this, because I'm telling you, let me tell you something, yeah? Chemical warfare, there's a war going on, you know? There's really a war going on, and a lot of people don't know they're in a war. You trust me? You got to know that you're in a war, real talk. And every time you walk in, I'm going to give you some real talk right now, because this is how I really feel right now. Every time you walk into a supermarket, remember there's a war going on. Trust me. And all I'm gonna give you one hint how I've really changed my biochemistry, and Dr. Sebi, if you really do the research on him. Acid to alkaline. Simple as that. I don't need to say no more. It's real life, you know. Trust me. And I really feel for you if you got, you know, certain addictions to food, because I did. And check this out now, yeah? Check one of the old cell's favorite food, yeah? Fish and chips, yeah? And that is one of the most popular meals in England. And guess what? Guess what Dr. Sebi would call that? Blood and starch. And you know why words are very powerful? Because when you say blood and starch, it doesn't sound very appealing, does it? But when you say fish and chips, it sounds, oh yeah, I'm just gonna get some fish and chips though. No, you see me, the way I changed my mental now, I don't call that fish and chips now. I call that blood and starch, because that's what it is. It's real life, man. And let me give you a little different way of looking at it now, yeah? Because in terms of how words are really powerful. Imagine if McDonald's called their Happy Meal Unhappy Meal. How many people would buy it? People would still buy it, but would it change the perception of the way you looked at the Happy Meal if they called it the Unhappy Meal? Huh? Think about it. Words are very powerful, you know. Trust me. And you know how a lot of the food industry is getting a lot of people through the taste buds. Not because the food is actually good for you. It's all about the taste. It just stimulates endorphins and dopamines within the brain. And guess what? You know, when you really change your diet, guess what happens? You still can have beautiful tasting food, but you've got to change the stimulus within what's causing all your taste buds to actually go mad, because the salt, the sugar, the oil, SOS, trust me, salt, oil and sugar, that is stimulating your taste buds to the point where when you have healthy food, it doesn't taste nice for you. I've been there, trust me. It took me a year, you know. It took me a year to change my diet. And I really feel this, you know. I really feel, when I'm talking about diet, I'm not joking. I know a lot of people are dealing with so much stress within their physical and mental body because of the food. It's the food. And I'm telling you, Dr. Sebi, his energy resonates with my energy. This is why even sometimes I might even sound like him, because trust me, he's like a wise granddad that I didn't have. Trust me, because he gave me the information that's not only changed my life, trust me, my man has changed millions of people's lives, even certain doctors. Even certain doctors that were supposed to be, professional doctors couldn't even stand next to him when it came to knowing about food and knowing about health. Trust me, your health is your true wealth. And this is real life, I'm not joking. Trust me, you can tell the way I switch frequencies, like I really feel this. If you really want to change your life, you've got to change what you eat. Because I'm telling you, when you're eating flesh, remember, it's not just the flesh you're eating, because it's the energy you're eating as well. Energy doesn't die, energy transfers. It's real life. So when that animal's getting sacrificed and that's in fear and pain, and you're eating that fear and pain as well. And guess what? Imagine all this has happened to me, yeah? And now I've changed my diet, I'm fearless. But before, when I was eating all that stuff, and I call it acid, I was fearful. Look at the change. And not just me, there's many examples out there. There's a YouTube channel as well called Plant-Based Science. People need to look that up. All the testimonials on there about how people are recovering from serious harmful diseases, all on a plant-based diet. The proof's in the pudding. People need to do the research. And I really hope this video can resonate with someone and help them to change the diet. Because I really feel this, man. I really feel this. I really hope that somebody watches this video and says, you know what, let me look at my diet and see if I can just work on it. Because you're not going to change straight away. I know this. Because I didn't. It took me a year. And I'm really gassed that I've even got to this point, because at the start I was thinking, how am I going to overcome this? But me learning about the subconscious as well taught me that I can change myself. Yes, I can. If I put my heart into it, I will change myself. And I got there. And when I overcome that, I thought, yes, this is the start of your journey now. Because when I overcome the food, yes, the food, because I know most people are indulging in the wrong food. And this is why they got so many mental issues. I know this. Why? Because I was there. I feel it. Real talk. I ain't joking. Trust me. But yeah, I just hope this video can resonate with someone, man, because I'm telling you, change the way you eat, you change the way you live. It's simple as that, baby. Trust me. And this is how I switch frequency as well, because trust me, I don't like being too serious. Like Dr. Sebi said, serious people are crazy, actually no, I'll take that back. He says serious people are sick. And trust me, I don't like being too serious sometimes, because it kind of puts you in a low frequency sometimes when you get too serious, you get me? But sometimes you have to be like that to try and really get to someone's brain, someone's mind. Because even Sebi, the way he taught, sometimes he really got to my head and said, you know what, Save, you've got to change. You've got to change. And he influenced me so much. And I'm telling you, if you change the way you eat, you change the way you live. I'm going to keep saying it. It's real life, man. I really hope someone watches this video and it resonates with them, man. Because I'm telling you, that food nearly killed me. It nearly killed me. It's real life, man. There's a war going on, and it's chemical. And this has been happening for decades and decades. If you don't awaken now with everything that's going on, I don't know when you're going to do it. Trust me. Like, yo, I'm telling you, man. And you know what, as well, yeah, with Sebi as well, the reason why his diet is so well known as well is because you see the alkaline diet, there's so much variety. People think that when you turn plant-based, you only can just eat fruits and veggies. No, there's so many other things. Spelt pasta, chickpeas, there's so many things that I'm going to get into in separate videos. I'm not going to go into it now, because this is just a bit of a deep one about really eating to live. Trust me. Remember what I said about the supermarket? Every time you go in there, there's a war going on. Trust me. Well, yo, you know what? It's ironic that I'm going to drop this right now, but I got to drop this. Good food, good mood. if you're having good food, you're definitely gonna have a good mood. So make sure you get your fruits and veggies down here and your alkaline food, and you're definitely gonna have a good mood, you know? Trust me. And just keep smiling, baby. Keep smiling. Keep smiling. Always smile. Feel like a child. Feel like a child. And remember this, when you turn alkaline, everything turns out fine. I'm a prime example. Real talk. Trust me. That way I deal with. And yeah, no finish line for me. Just like Goggins. No finish line for me. Real talk. Yeah? That's all I gotta say for this one. STS. Over and out. Peace and blessings.